welcome back to the tiny freezing cold garage. Firstly, I'd like to start off with a quick thank you to everyone who would say liked the video. I think there's one like on it at the minute, but actually just the people that viewed it. Seeing people that have viewed it is actually nice that people are interested, and even more so that I've gone from 2 to 11 subscribers. It sounds pittance, but it actually shows that people are interested and actually means a lot. So thank you to those that have subscribed. Those that haven't, no shame. I'll still keep posting the videos anyway. But yeah, about 36 hours since the video went up, and a few things have changed, including I seem to have a new roof ornament back there. So let's show you a few things. Under the bonnet, you can see now the intake hole for the fan. So remove the battery, get a bit more access to that. Also, nice bit of wiring. That's the body module where it goes through into the car. More on that inside. So inside, I've pulled all the wiring down off the dash bar, which one thing I forgot to mention was while it was at Dave's being welded, it gave me the time to pull the dash bar out after years of sitting in a shipping container, slowly rusting away. It was yeah, not looking that great, so whipped it out, powder coated, or blasted, powder coated, and looks so much better. Even though it's going to be hidden behind the dashboard, it's just nice to mount everything onto a nice, clean, shiny surface, not sticking your hand up behind the dashboard and ended up with rust all over it and then trying to clean it off. But yeah, so from that to, and is now this. Looks even more of a mess now than it actually did before, but this is 2 wiring looms in here. So the standard one will be removed. A few things taken from that, mainly for the windows. I called it a race loom before, didn't I? I'll keep calling it race loom. The race loom didn't have electric windows. I want electric windows, so we'll be adding electric windows. Also, it had heated rear screen, and I've got Perspex rear screen, so I don't need that. But that relay will go on to be used on the lander sensor for the ECU. So it's a bit of chopping and changing the immobilizer because didn't have the key fobs, so that's useless. So use my own, plumb that in, easy enough, just converting a few wires. But yeah, it's just sorting the mess out, and I've done it so many times before that I keep going over it again and again and again, and it doesn't get any easier because I just cover the same ground again and again and again. It's frustrating because yeah, I leave it for months and months and months, come back to it and just answer the same questions. Each time I get a bit further, but it's, yeah, with this gap now, until I can get it to the body shop, it's the perfect opportunity to just try and knuckle down wiring what I need to, especially now that I've actually got the loom pulled away from the dash bar. I haven't had that before, so at least I can route it properly this time, tape it where I need to and know where it needs to go, so it will give me a great step forward, hopefully. Always hopefully. But no, it's now late, it's really even colder. So time for me to get off, and where do we end up next? More wiring, Brad. So what I've ended up with is back inside, well, still inside. Back inside, mate? Yeah. Still inside. And what I've ended up doing is actually taping some of the wiring diagrams from the original loom onto the windscreen, so that when I'm going through I call it a rat's nest, trying to pick out what I want to save for locking, and I want to keep the electric windows because I'm lazy. So to do that, the race loom didn't have electric windows, so I'm having to chop everything out get another little fuse box and relays and everything I need to run that alongside the race loom. So also immobiliser. I've got to change the immobiliser because I had no remote fobs or keys or anything come with it. So I need to put my own in there and work out what the old one was so I can put mine in. Great success. But it's getting there bit by bit. So as an example, tucked down here, just in to the door loom, I've already found and spliced in a bit the door locks. But one of the door lock wires is a black and red, single wire coming out the plug, straight away into 3 different wires. So it's trying to trace back along the loom to find a black and red wire that then goes off to rear door locks, boot, and also off to relay. So it's trying to find which wires I still need, and just keeping what I do and throwing away throwing into a box what I don't need. So here we are, 3 hours later, and 11:30 at night. I've only got about 9 wires left connecting the old interior loom to the car, and I think they're mirror wires, so should be able to chop them out tomorrow. Just want to confirm that though. But yeah, surprisingly it's just even messier than it was. But it's all progress because soon I'll be able to dump a load of it. So a little bit more wire chasing, and after 22 years of it being in the vehicle, one of the very few remaining original parts of the car, the loom's gone, leaving, I'd say, a bit tidier. It's a bit of a mess at the minute with a couple of wires everywhere, but a bit of tidying up, and that'll be nice and clean, a lot more focused, and with some extra add-ons that I wanted to it. All in all, very chuffed with how we've got to this stage. There's still more wiring to do. There always will be, I think. I'll be worrying if I ever get it all done. Still got the immobiliser put in, finished the windows. Also, where it was removed from the previous car and they chopped through the light control switch, and also the complete loom to the rear. So to the rear bumper, tailgate, rear lights, fuel pump, all of that has just been chopped. So I'd started a while back sorting through all that, finish off sorting through that at some point soon. But no, to get this far now, it's still surprising. Looking at it, it's a lot closer to where I want it to be, and just ever closer to getting the standalone fitted. Had a look under the bonnet yesterday, just to see what was going on there, try and jog my memory, and the front bumper's got to come off to fit all the wiring loom to the headlamps and around the radiator. While I was looking, I spotted a lovely little puddle of coolant underneath the vehicle. I've smelt coolant for a little while after a little bit of driving. Never really known where it was from, but I've drained the radiator so many times, and the radiator's been in there for 19 years. That was after I had a little accident on the M1. Less said of that the better. Don't text and drive, kids. But yeah, so I know one guy who tracks his car quite regularly with a 1.8 turbo Corsa, and he went for an aftermarket radiator, factory size, and he's done multiple track days with it, no concerns. So I'm going for the same kind of thing. 60 quid radiator, doesn't need to be genuine Vauxhall, it will work. With Pro Alloy so close to me, I would love a race radiator. but there's no need. If it can do him well, until I start seeing overheating temperatures on a track day or driving, it's not worth it. Not worth the money. I would love it, don't get me wrong, love Pro Alloy, and I've still got to pop up there and see them about a few bits, but it's trying to limit spending. Did I just say that? How much have I spent on this sodding thing? Yeah. Limit spending. I need to hide that clip from my wife. But no, it's being sensible. I want to get this car done to where it needs to be, but I don't want to go over the top unnecessarily. I've got 9-inch rear wheels, 9-inch wide rear wheels. What do I mean about not going over the top? It's wide arch Corsa. But yeah, limit what I need. If you've made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, say hello, whatever you want to do. It genuinely is appreciated. Ask any questions, anything you want to see. I'll happily... No, hold on. I will happily show anything. It's probably not the best words. You get what I mean. Anyway, yeah. Catch you soon.